In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to use reports in Confluence. By the end, you'll know how to build clear, up-to-date reports that surface the content and activity your team cares about most. Start by opening the Confluence page or space where you want the report to live. If you're building a dashboard on an existing page, click the Edit pencil to prepare it for analytics. If you prefer a clean slate, create or choose a dedicated reporting page so your team has a single place to check for updates. Insert a reporting macro. Inside the editor, type a / to open the macro menu and search for reporting options. Content by label is great when you want to list pages tagged with a specific label, letting you control what appears by simply labeling content. Recently updated is perfect for tracking recent changes and edits across a space or a subset of pages, giving you a clear view of activity. Page Properties report pulls together data from multiple pages that use the Page Properties macro, letting you roll up project or status details into a single, sortable table. Choose the macro that matches your goal and insert it. If your Confluence setup includes add-ons like Analytics for Confluence, you can tap into more advanced reporting and charts in the same way. If you're new to Confluence or your team needs access, there's a link to the Confluence website at the very top of the description so you can sign in or learn more before following along. With your macro in place, configure it using filters and display options. Narrow the scope by selecting a space or specific pages. Filter by labels to keep the report targeted or set date ranges to focus on recent activity. You can include contributors or page owners to show who's responsible. Then, adjust how results appear. Choose the columns you want, switch between table or summary card layouts, and set a sort order, such as newest first or alphabetical. Before sharing, preview or publish the page to see how the report looks. Confirm it's pulling the right pages, labels, and activities. If anything seems off, refine your filters or tweak the layout for readability. Small adjustments, like tightening labels or changing sort order, can make a big difference. When you're satisfied, share the page link with your team or stakeholders. Use the report to highlight progress, track updates, or monitor content quality. If collaboration is important, allow team members to edit the page so they can refine filters or contribute data. Finally, revisit your reports periodically. Keep labels consistent and page structures aligned so your summaries stay accurate. It's a good idea to test with a small sample dataset first to ensure the macros and filters display exactly what you expect. Thanks for watching.